Good day, beautiful people, and welcome back to my podcast, Life Treasures and Golden Moments. This is Natalie Silva. It's always a joy to have you join me in looking for the treasures and the golden moments on our life journey. And it is my hope and my purpose that the stories I share during our time together will hopefully lift your spirits and give you food for thought, which I hope will help touch your life in a positive way. I would like to give special thanks today to all our many authors out there who have written and shared stories with us that we may benefit from their insights and experiences. So thank you so much for all your wonderful works that you share with everyone. Today I would like to share a couple of stories with you. The first story is about a mother and a daughter who are forced by circumstance to abandon their happy and quiet life because of the cruel and inhumane acts of others. Ellen was a sweet and kind girl who lived with her mother in a small Midwestern town. Her father had been killed serving his country when Ellen was about 5 years old, leaving her mother to raise this precious child all on her own. Several years passed, and Ellen was now a junior in high school. She was a good student and worked very hard to make good grades, as it was her dream to go to college and become a doctor someday, so she would be able to help mend and heal the sick, the injured, and the less fortunate who were unable to afford medical care. Ellen's mother had done a good job raising her. Ellen had a kind and loving heart and went above and beyond to help anyone in need. It was the fall of the year, and the high school drama department was auditioning students for the upcoming annual fall play. A special committee was put together to select the students who auditioned for the variety of parts in the school play. The auditions were completed, and all of the character parts were filled, except for the final one, which was the lead in the play. It was a very hard decision for the committee to make, as the two finalists would fill the part perfectly and make the character believable, but one of the finalists made the character more believable than the other. So it was decided by the committee the part should be given to Ellen. This decision made the other girl who had auditioned for the part very angry, and she decided to seek revenge. This girl was so angry and jealous of Ellen that she let those emotions take over her and decided to make her mission to hurt Ellen deeply and to destroy her. Today's modern world, being what it is, with the internet and all, she used this tool to bully Ellen and spread rumors about her which were totally untrue. This girl, with her smear campaign and hatred in her heart, was able to convince the student body that Ellen was a bad, unworthy person. Other students who thought these unfounded rumors were true also hopped on the bandwagon and joined in on the smear campaign, writing nasty things in paint on Ellen and her mother's home. The whole situation became a hostile environment, so much so that one evening after Ellen and her mother had just finished dinner, one of the instigators threw a rock through the dining room window and then threw a firebomb into the house. The bullying and inhumane treatment became so bad that the mother decided to quit her job and leave their town and home for a new start, somewhere else where Ellen could no longer be tormented and bullied. This whole situation came about because of jealousy and envy, which could have been prevented with a different outlook. Right now, in this country and in this world, a great deal of this behavior is going on. It is sad to see and heartbreaking. There is a loss of respect for others, a loss of understanding, a loss of compassion for all of those around us. What a sad situation. Right now, in one way or the other, each of us has been touched by the unfortunate circumstances that are going on in the world. We all have had heartbreak and losses and disappointments. We are not alone in this situation. So how do we all make a difference as humans, make the world a better place, and be there for one another? Well, basically, it all comes down to one thing, really. To remind ourselves, if we all work together, we can create miracles. Each of us, hopefully, have a moral compass that we live by, that of respect for others, love for family, to be able to adjust and to compromise, to be honest and just, and to never intentionally hurt anyone, to be kind with an open mind and heart. And if we all walk in another's shoes, we will have a greater understanding of all humanity. Before I close for today, I'd like to share one other story with you, and it is a story about kindness. The title is called Do Unto Others, and it is authored by Betty R. Graham. When I woke up last week, I looked out the window and saw nothing but white. The entire yard was painted with snow and ice. It wasn't a surprise. The newscasters had been forecasting the winter storm for days. Oh, I groaned, anticipating the struggle of cleaning my lawn walkways to the street, both front and back. We had had a very mild winter until the day. But now winter was here in all its glory. In years past, I jumped into the task at hand, shoveling myself out without too much effort. But this year, the task seemed enormous. The older I get, the harder the job becomes. And it's been getting harder and harder and harder every year since. I've had a back surgery a few years ago, and I was dreading the task before me. I fixed myself some breakfast and then lingered over the second cup of coffee, postponing the dreaded exercise as long as possible. I knew I had to get to work as soon as possible, or else the mailman would have trouble getting to my front porch where my mailbox is. Then I heard a noise in the backyard. I quickly looked out the window again and was surprised to see my younger neighbor shoveling my walkway. I couldn't believe what I saw. I knew these neighbors well, but we didn't spend much time together. I waved at them when I saw them walking their dog several times each day, and I chat with the wife at times when we saw each other in the yard. But other than that, we didn't socialize. They are much younger than I. Quickly, I fixed a cup of hot chocolate and took it downstairs to the back door. When I opened the door, Gary stopped his work and gratefully accepted the hot cup I extended to him. I tried to thank him, but he said it was nothing. Nothing? It was a miracle for me. When he finished his hot chocolate, he got right back to work, finishing a wide pass to the street. Now I would be able to get the garbage can out there to the trash truck to pick up for the next day. Then he went around the front and repeated his labors, making it easy for the mailman to deliver my mail. It wasn't an easy job because on top of the snow there was a solid sheet of ice, making the walkways and streets treacherous. But that didn't stop Gary. He worked hard until the job was done. Then I saw him go to the house on the other side of his own, where another elderly widow lived. He repeated his efforts for her, too. And when it was all finished, he got in his car and drove to work. His wife also left for her job. What can I do to repay their kindness? I decided to make a big pot of soup to deliver to them for their supper. All day I peeled and I chopped vegetables and browned beef to stew. When it was finished in the afternoon, I felt good. Kathy would not have to fix a meal once she got home from work, and hot soup would hit the spot on such a cold day. But the streets between our houses were still very icy, and I'm not too steady on my feet anymore. I was afraid that I would not be able to deliver my offering to them safely. So when I saw Kathy come home, I called her and told her that I had some soup for them. She came over and picked up the soup, and she seemed as grateful as I felt when I saw her husband shoveling my walkways. It was a small thing that I had done, much smaller in my mind than the gigantic blessing that they had given me. After she left, I started thinking of what else I could do to help others in difficult times. I saw a mail truck slipping and sliding down the street. The temperature had plummeted to the teens, and immediately I felt sorry for the mailman having to deliver mail. and walking on all those icy sidewalks in that freezing cold. Again, I fixed a cup of hot chocolate and presented it to him as he handed me my mail. He was surprised, but very grateful. For the rest of the week, I met him with a cup of hot chocolate when he delivered my mail, and he said to me, "You are a blessing." His words warmed my whole spirit. It wasn't much to do, but it seemed like a lot to the young mail carrier. Now I am constantly looking for ways to make others happy, especially those people who we take for granted every day. Gary had started a chain reaction in my soul. By helping me out without being asked, he sparked a similar feeling within me. Who knows who the mailman will help along his way? It's really kind of a miracle, don't you think? I don't know who else will come along who might appreciate a helping hand, but at least I know I am consciously aware of those I meet. In fact, it gives me joy to watch for opportunities to help someone else, especially those I might not have even noticed in the past. While there are many things I'm not able to do because of my age and my health, there are always other things I can do to lift someone's spirit. What a beautiful story. Gives us something to think about, it doesn't it? So, thank you, my dear friends, for being with me today and listening. I hope I've touched your heart and your spirit and uplifted you in some way. And remember, if we all work together, we can create miracles. And until next time, take care and may God bless. This is Natalie Silva.